Do you guys ever feel like you're buried underneath a bunch of rocks? Like you're trying so hard. There you guys are. All right, you guys are trying so hard to get free of your regular 9-to-5 job and you want to break out and make money. Well, today I'm going to show you guys some steps on how to do that, and it all starts up here. 90% of an entrepreneur's success is in their mind. It doesn't start with your tactics. It doesn't start with what you call your Amazon store or your branding or your trademarking or your PPC ads. It starts with your mind. And I have something super cool to share with you guys at the end of this video, a way of thanking you guys for your support and your encouragement. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. We just reached 3,000 followers on Instagram. Now, I know that is not a huge number. There are people out there with 200,000, 2 million followers, and congrats to them. But the reason I'm excited is because every single one of these followers was built organically. We did not go out and buy a bunch of followers like many people do in order to impress you, because we're not interested in impressing you. I couldn't care less. I want to help you succeed. That is why we provide the content we do, content you can immediately use. So 3,000 to me is absolutely precious, and here's why. Each follower is a real person. Each follower is someone trying to succeed on Amazon. And we're making this public on YouTube so you guys know about it. Every day, Monday through Friday at 11:30 Central, I drop live content, sometimes up to 40 minutes of just answering questions you have. So if you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram. And as a way of celebrating this, I want to share a special with you at the very end of this video. But first, let me share a couple things. I believe, you guys, the #1 reason people give up and stop trying to produce a life of freedom by being an entrepreneur, by making more money, so they have margin to do the things they love with the people they love. The #1 reason is fear. And the #2 reason is guilt. Fear, what happens if I fail? And guilt, I don't deserve it. Let me start with guilt. Guilt is so powerful. It's powerful in a good way. If you do something wrong, you need to make amends. But it's terribly, terribly destructive if you start believing you don't deserve it. And so many people grow up in this mentality of, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it. Those are for special people. They're blessed, I don't deserve blessing. The truth is, you need to get over yourself. You know what? Maybe you don't deserve it. Maybe I don't. That's why I believe in grace. But the only thing holding you back from succeeding is your belief that you don't deserve it. You will deserve it if you go and do the work required to get there. So don't let that be something that stops you. And the dangerous thing about guilt is it's so subtle and so hard to identify. It's so easy to just, not realize it's holding you back. You're not taking risks and actions you should be taking because it's a subtle voice in your head that says, yeah, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, or I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough of a person. I haven't served enough. I haven't given enough. I'm not religious enough. That's a bunch of bull crap. You can deserve it if you go and do the work. And let me tell you, the work will be harder than you expect. But you have to overcome this internal battle. Now for a moment, let me talk about fear, because this one captures a lot of people and holds them back. Fear is up here. How many times are you afraid and that fear is not fulfilled? Do you know every day if there's like a slight knock, like on the wall of our house, just a slight knock, our dogs go crazy. They're nuts. So what we've been doing is we'll go to the front door, because they always look at the front door. There's some big back monster there. And we just open the door. And they go up to the entryway and they go, and they look at us, and then we kind of let them go outside, then we shut the door. And then immediately they want to come back in. And we've been doing this and it's causing them to bark less. We're showing them, you're getting all excited about nothing. 99% of the time, your fear is based on nothing but an emotion. And if you believe the fear, it is only you holding you back. So what do I do then, Seth? I'm afraid. Okay, then do it afraid. Because the only way to get through fear is to face it. You have to face it. What are you afraid of? Jump right in. I think that's why so many people resonated with Batman Begins. He had to face the bats in order to get over his fear. He had to face them. He had to go drive right into it. Are you afraid of talking to that person? Go talk to them. Are you afraid of risking that investment? Then do the investment, because you are going to grow so much more on the inside. Emotionally detach yourself from the fear of what may happen, because guess what? Even if you fail, and I put that in big quotes, it's not really failure, you're going to grow so much as a person. You will learn to live in a different way, and it frees you up Too many people are so tied to, oh, what do people think about me on Facebook or Instagram, or what happens if they think this about me? Who cares what they think? Are you gonna live the rest of your life in fear of what other people think of you? Are you gonna give them that kind of power? You must get over that. Do you know some people on our course now, our students, are doing over $1 million a month? That's between 40 to 50% profit margins, over $1 million. I want you to just think about that for a minute. And when one of our students told their friends that, they said, no, that's not true. And I said, no, it is. They said, no, it's not. So the student went over and showed them their Seller Central account, and the people's jaws hit the floor. And then you know what they said? They said, well, you know, I believe in getting a real job. That person is in such major denial. I feel sorry for them. A real job? Would you rather work 9 to 5 for $40,000 a year, or would you rather do $40,000 a month and have freedom to do that working at a coffee shop like I get to, or go fly somewhere, go to a lake, or anywhere you want in the world? Guys, if there ever was a good time to start on Amazon, it is today. It is not the only way, but in my opinion and in my experience, and I work now with people in 89 countries, multi-million-dollar sellers, some sellers doing more than I do. I do millions a year, they do millions a month. What we can tell you, number one, is that selling on Amazon is the fastest way to generating capital. Is it gonna be easy? No way. Is it gonna be fun? Yeah, but not always. Are some days gonna be hard? Of course. You're gonna have to work your butt off? Of course. But once you have several products selling for you, guys, it's passive income because Amazon is fulfilling the orders for you. They're taking care of that so you can focus on building your business. It's a brilliant idea and it's awesome. Now, if you're worried about it being saturated, you're worried about too many people jumping in, here's the reality. Over 99%, this is not an exaggeration, over 99% of people who have a Seller Central account make zero. You know why? Because they don't know what they're doing. This is why people who get trained, not by some course that's outdated in 3 months, but by people who are doing it day in and day out, they succeed. They succeed because they're learning from people doing it. Our goal is that as I make mistakes, as my fellow coaches make mistakes, we learn from them and teach you so you don't make those same mistakes. That's the whole idea. So if you're waiting for the right moment, you need to stop waiting because now is. 89% of all people who buy online, who buy stuff, still buy in retail stores in the US. 89%. Do you realize we've just begun to scratch the surface of the opportunity on Amazon? Now, here's what I want to do as a way of thanking you guys for your support. You've been a huge encouragement to me, and I love when people communicate this is how it's helped me. Just to give you another example, we have a guy doing over $5,000 a month. He's 18 years old. But this is what I want to share with you guys. We are going to do this. If you go follow me on Instagram, and only follow me if you want this content. This isn't some little marketing tactic to get a bunch of followers, and I will not buy a bunch of fake followers. These are real people. If you follow me on Instagram, not only am I gonna unload a ton of free content, 5 days a week, I've been doing it, you can go look at the history, but number two, if you go to the little part, the highlights on my profile that says succeed, click on it, it'll take you to a page, it'll give you a coupon code. For anyone who decides they wanna join Just One Dime, take that code and sign up for the private label Just One Dime membership. It'll give you back $100. We're only doing this to the end of this week. This is my way of saying thank you so much for your support. But you have to follow me on Instagram first to qualify, then you'll see the code and you can sign up. Now let me explain to you really quick so you don't think, oh, here's another course, oh, here's another sales pitch, some so-called guru who's trying to sell off a course and never hear about him again. This is not just a course, it is a membership. It is updated weekly. It includes 6 hours of live group coaching every single week from Amazon expert sellers who are selling on Amazon successfully, some of them multimillionaires. That's the training. You also get a course. You also get how-to videos. You're also part of a community. I'm gonna share something with you guys that just blows my mind and I love this. This is an example of the kind of Just One Dime warriors who are part of this community. It was either today or yesterday, I'm not sure based on the timing, but just recently, one of the students posted that on their product, they've only been running PPC ads on it for 8 days. They followed the strategies, they adjusted, because you know how Amazon's been removing reviews and all that fun stuff to deal with. They had applied the strategies we taught them based on surveys we did. This person is just did $165 of sales today. Now some of you guys go, 160, that's not that great. Well, if just at 50% profit margin, that's close to $3,000 a month, okay? Even if it was just 50% profit margin, okay? This is one product. This is 8 days. They're only going to scale from here. Now, I want you to notice something. Warriors in the community are extremely happy for this person, and they compliment and encourage this person. Someone else last week posted they just reached the $100,000 a year mark, and all of this they learned from just one dime. $100,000 a year. People equally encouraged this person and told them to keep on going. It doesn't matter if you go from 0 to 500 a month, or 0, as one of our sellers went, all the way to over 7 million a month. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you succeed. So when I was doubling my dime and I got it up to $1.60, and so it just kept going and going, I was very excited, and I knew I needed to be, because if I can celebrate the small wins, I will definitely be thankful on the big wins. But if you only think about the big wins, here's the problem. You will lose focus, you'll want to take cheap shortcuts, and you won't get there. If you go from 0 to 50 a month, that is awesome. You went from 0 to 50 times the amount of money you're making. I don't know of any employer who will give you that kind of raise. You give yourself that kind of raise. Join Just One Dime's membership. We will do everything we can. We will kick our ass to help you succeed. Me, Seth, our coaches, our membership, our community will help you crush it. I'm not interested in selling a course. I want to build people. I want to train entrepreneurs around the world. And my dream is 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we're sitting on the beach with a bunch of you guys, and we're talking about the future, and not just the cities we impacted, not just the cultures, but entire countries. We have people in multiple countries partnering with us so we can get Just One Dime memberships and training into the indigenous language of those countries. That's amazing. That is a dream far beyond what I ever expected when I first posted my YouTube video for the first time. Guys, go follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/SethKneep. Go to the Succeed highlights on the profile, click on it, you'll see a little page, and on that page, you'll see a coupon. We will give you $100 back for joining the membership. And remember, this membership lasts you for a full year. One payment, and you're in for a year. 6 hours live group coaching every week to help you crush it. And again, if you're waiting, if you're afraid, if there's guilt holding you back, you need to silence those voices of death and speak truth. Stop waiting, get started. If you want to get there much faster and de-risk yourself, we will help you with that. You guys have an awesome day. Instagram.com/SethKneep. Click on this Succeed highlight. I will see you in the community. You guys go crush it. All right, here we go, man. We're trying to be unique. We're making your life more interesting.